In 1945, the Reverend Wilbur Awdry wrote a book about some of the engines on Sodor after visiting the island in 1924. He told the stories to his son Christopher, who was sick with measles at the time. A few months later, those stories were published to the world as the Free Railway Engines, mainly featuring Gordon, Edward and Henry, and Alfred and Winston as side characters. Most events in this set of stories were based on real events that had happened on Sodor. Another few months and Wilbur would go on to writing a book called Thomas the Tank Engine, featuring some stories about the tank engine of the same name. Nearly 30 years later, Britt Allcroft created a television series called Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, which was to air on the 9th of October 1984. Dad, Paul, look at this, it's starting! That Britt Allcroft did a good job.
I agree. What do you think about the engines being on TV?
Bertram would definitely be proud of them, that's for sure. Well, I'm proud of them too.
Right. Ben and I are off to Mr. Bunn's Cafe for some croissants and the Rolls Royce. Do you want to come with us, Jason?
Okay, I'll just get my work stuff. You don't need that stuff, Jason. Just take the afternoon off and enjoy it with us. We're going to pick up your mother on the way. Alright, maybe I do need to relax. I'm getting too stressed.
Exactly. You've been the controller for 8 years now. Constantly working, rarely taking a break. It's about time you spent some time with us.
Okay then, let's go. Thank goodness you're here. What's the matter? Just before you came back, I was sitting in the living room eating an apple when a man's face appeared at the window.
What do you look like?
Well, he had a monocle over his left eye, a strange moustache and beard, and a scar on his right cheek. He looked in, smiled at me with a mischievous-looking grin, and then he just walked off. Well, the good thing is that you're okay, and he didn't harm you, Mum. I agree. Now let's all go to MC Bunn. Why, hello, Diesel 10.
And who might you be?
I can help you.
With what?
I'll tell you in a minute. You see, I'm a relative of the man who helped you with your plans in 1961.
You mean Sam Richmond?
Yes. He was killed in 1977 by a man called George Packard, who was a part of the Northwestern Railway. I want revenge on the NWR. I want to finish what my granddad started.
Then we'll listen to you. What's your name?
John Richmond.
And what do you suppose we do to get revenge?
Like my grandfather before me, I suggest getting rid of the most powerful engines first. Gordon, Henry, Murdoch, Stanier, Fowler, Arnold. They need to be gone to let us have a good chance of winning. There is also a person who tried to kill my granddad in the 1930s called Paul Royale. I want him dead too.
I see. Diesels, over the next few years we'll strengthen our army and plan our takeover of Sodor.
Good show, Diesel 10. I could hear that laughter of yours from the sheds.
Ah, Diesel 199. So good of you to join us. I'm guessing you still want revenge on Sodor too?
Do I ever? What have you got so far?
Diesel 199, meet the new recruits. And of course, John Richmond, grandson of Sam Richmond.
Well, it's good to meet you all. So where on Sodor will we attack first?
All in good time, Diesel 199. All in good time.